Welcome to the Philippines. This is how this all started. The other day, the windscreen washer bottle in the car was low on water. Let's pop into town and get a bottle of screen wash. How difficult can this be? Half a dozen places later that sell car parts, nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. I also wanted a can of engine degreaser. You know, the stuff you spray on engines to loosen the grease and dirt, and then you pressure wash the engine off. After being handed a bottle of wash and wax, I give up. Let's just forget about it altogether. But then I did find a shop called Mr. DIY that sold everything. There was the bottles of screen wash, there was the can of engine degreaser. Fantastic. I got everything I needed, but while we were down there, obviously when you're just browsing the shop, we saw a shower head, and we thought, well, the shower head in the house here is a piece of crap, so we got a new shower head. Also, we got a new tap for the kitchen sink because that's broken. I will show you that in a minute. And one thing led to another, and it kind of boiled down to, why don't we fix the water supply in the house anyway, as I was supposed to do it 5 months ago. So I'm on a mission now to get a few things fixed. So, let me show you the kitchen tap to start with. This is the old tap. Can you see what the problem is? I managed to fit this nice new tap here. If I put the water on, the pressure isn't very good. But if I flick the switch outside, which gets the water pump working, then you get good pressure in the house. Under the sink, you have all this filter hydration system here. This house originally, I didn't know this until yesterday, but there was a mains water supply from Maramag town into this house. It has been disconnected. Ken had the mains water disconnected for the simple reason she was paying a monthly bill, but unfortunately, because of the water situation, which is quite a thing here in the Philippines, you'll get water maybe in the morning, and then in the afternoon there'll be no more mains water. So she thought, why am I paying for this when half the time there's no mains water? So she ended up getting the water tower fitted with a water pump, so it's kind of like self-sufficient. Obviously all this filter system was fitted to purify the water so you could drink water out of the tap. But I can tell you for now, even with all this, there's still no way on earth I'm going to drink water out of the tap. So I'm not going to bother with any of that. As far as I'm concerned, whatever comes out of that tap will be used for doing the dishes. That's about it. We use drinking water out of one of these 20 litre barrels here, which I know is safe to drink. And by the way, these barrels are like 30 pesos for 20 litres, so it's dirt cheap. Back in the shower room, there are loads of baby chicks in here, so it's quite noisy. But we decided to purchase this shower head and also a new tap. Now obviously you can connect the shower head to the bottom of the tap, and you also have a second outlet here that you can screw a hose onto. The purpose for this is we can screw a hose on which goes outside to run a pressure washer. That is until an outside tap would probably eventually be fitted to this house, which it doesn't have one at the moment. So after carrying out these small repairs, it's now led me on to the biggest problem of all, which is outside. This water pump and air tank, which I should have done months ago, but I'm going to do it today. I believe there's certain problems with it. It's about 8 years old now. It works. This is the problem. It works, and this is why I haven't changed it. Because when I switch this pump on, there is a switch on the wall here, isolating switch. So if I put it on, now we'll have good water pressure in the house. The only trouble is, you've got to literally work this pump from that switch on the wall. But as it is at the moment, the pump is running constantly. So it's filling the tank up there constantly. If you leave this on, it will overflow the tank at the top because it's not going to shut off the water pressure. So it's becoming a bit of a headache. We've never bothered with this for the last few months because of the drought and everything. We've just been using water out of buckets. And because this isn't England, it's different. You kind of adapt yourself to how you're living. And I've been living using water for washing up, you know, dishes and stuff like that, out of barrels like that. I just get a bucket, scoop some water out of that and put that in the bowl in the sink and do the dishes. Nice and simple. The same for showers. I normally shower out here. So you kind of, after a while, normalise the way you're living. Although back in England, you would turn on the goddamn tap and it would be like, yes, there's water. So that's my mission today. Fix the goddamn water supply. First stop, City Hardware. This is probably the biggest DIY store we're going to find over here. This is Valencia City, which is like 20 miles away from where we're living.
You know, my toilet just like this.
We're looking at toilets now.
No, before is 8,000, now is 0.
Well, I'll tell you something, at least it's got a toilet seat on it, which is more than what we had in our accommodation on Samo Island.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's massive in here. They've got a lot of stuff. This is equivalent to B&Q, home base, places like that in England.
You wear bike, you wear motorcycle with
Yeah,
this?
yeah, it's your motorcycle helmet.
It will break your skull.
Yeah, that will keep your brains intact if you hit the road.
Yeah, but your skull will be scattered.
If you fall off your bike, you'll be perfectly safe wearing that helmet. Earmuffs.
No, that's for noise.
That's so you can't hear the karaoke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've got a lot of stuff in here. You've got traffic cones.
You know this one?
Don't park outside my house.
Don't park. Stay away.
Yeah, I shan't be buying one of them.
What, you gonna
One thing I do not like is yellow vests.
Why?
Because I don't.
But I don't like orange though. You look like carrots.
It's a bit of a joke. All these people used to wear yellow vests. It became a thing. Like, look at me. I've got a yellow vest on. I'm somebody. I'm a health and safety expert. And I just got the point. I'm not wearing
Become
it.
entitled of being
Yeah.
professional.
It got to the point of stupidity where they were even strapping up gravestones so they didn't fall over in case somebody got hurt. You know, it's like Britain all over. It got to the point of complete madness.
I don't like the orange because it looks like carrots.
Anyway, come on. What are we looking for? Guttering, pipe work. Look at all these tarpaulins, nettings. Well, look at these. What would you do with these?
For the porch. Yeah.
Ornaments for the porch.
Yeah.
You will find stuff over here that is quite fascinating. See these glass blocks here?
Just for the
These are quite
toilet.
commonly used.
Yeah. Before. But no.
I kind of quite like them.
Mostly hotel use one, but
Cool, look at that for an air conditioner. That's freaking huge. This is what I like. Some of these showers, you get a tap that you screw into the wall and you get all these different connections that come out of it.
they have the
So-
plastic as well. The one we got is we bought it separately.
This is the thing about the Philippines, it's called modification, ingenuity, creativity.
Yeah.
You've got to be creative.
Resourceful as well.
This is what I keep saying, when you've got a motorbike designed for 2 people and you end up with 10 people on it, that's creativity.
The last time I saw is 6.
This is kind of what we're looking for. It all comes complete. You've got your pressure gauge on there. And this part here will control your water pressure. Decent sized motor and tank. So the air in the tank will help aid the water going into the main tank at the top of the tower. That's about getting on for £300 for a complete kit there. Although they don't give you much wire, you've got a very short earth wire there, and also it just gives you a plug. So that's going to have to be wired up to the wires coming from the main switch. That plug's going to have to be cut off, or I can find something that's watertight that will plug into it. For a big DIY place that this is, this City Hardware, they haven't got much. Most of the stuff here all comes in bits. You'd have to build it yourself. I want it to come like that, complete. And I know there's lots of other shops around that just sell all this as one complete unit.
We're gonna pay this?
Yeah, we're going to buy some plumber's tape first. That's important. Plumber's tape. Yeah. Yeah. City Hardware. You haven't got the selection I'm expecting. I was expecting a much better selection than that.
Okay.
Even the little shops in Merrimack Town have got a better selection than that. So, not impressed. But hey ho, let's go and, what's this other place you've got?
Will Depot. Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shall we go there to, is it?
It sounds like American brand because this one is China.
Okay, let's go to Is It. They sell Chinese products.
This one.
I like China. I always like coming to Valencia City because you've got a bit of choice when you want your junk food. We've got McDonald's and Jollibee. There's 2 Jollibees, one either side of the road.
3 in the Robinson.
Oh yeah, there's another one in Robinson. The Jollibee are certainly trying to capitalise every corner of the market. But then again, Jollibee is the big name over here in chicken, really, isn't it? The funny thing is, there's a few Jollibees we've been into recently where they've got no chicken, which I find a bit strange, seeing as there's more chickens in the Philippines than there are people, I reckon. But it's not for me to say. Maybe they've just run out of chickens in their particular area. There's a lot of people who are out of Jollibee, like that one right opposite us.
Because the Americans eat a lot of chicken.
I wouldn't know if they run out of chickens over here. I wouldn't have thought so, but then again, you never know, do you? Chicken is a main source of food, though.
Yeah, because we have a lot of poultry, right? We don't import, we export.
Well, the chickens are running around all over the place. I mean, they could surely send a few staff out. They've got enough staff in there. Get them out there.
Just let me know if Jollibee out of chicken. I'm gonna catch all the chicken at home.
Just go and catch a few stray
The
chickens
one
and
who's
bring them
always
back.
scream in the morning.
Look at this guy.
You see the drum?
Oh, so it's a funeral parade, is it?
Yeah, funeral. And then this carry on faster. The policeman.
I'm trying to film the parade.
No, you have.
You're getting in the way of progress.
Because this is official. Somebody died.
Yeah, but if I can't film the parade, there's no point filming it, is there? So I've got to take chances and go a bit slower. You've got to think as a filmmaker. I can't just rush past the subject. I need to get it. I need to capture it. I've got to educate Ken when it comes to filmmaking here. Sometimes you've got to be an asshole and hold the fucking traffic up just to get the shot. Just like all these tricycles here are holding me up.
I
But
am
am I
a
known-
law-abiding citizen. I follow rules.
Well, you've got
Not an asshole.
what rules?
Rule of the traffic.
Well,
You
they've
cannot do like that. You
I don't-
are making somebody, disturb or.
There are plenty of rules over here, but they're not exactly enforced, are they?
Because some of them are just asshole like you.
Yes.
I'm not.
Talking of assholes, once in a while, you've got to be an asshole.
No.
Look at this. I mean, the traffic's completely at a standstill now. This is the main road we're on, and the cross traffic has just blocked the road completely.
Because somebody wanted to.
Because somebody wanted to be an asshole. Right, anyway, let's get across.
You see, they don't have road rage, right? They don't get angry.
Yeah, nor do I. And look at all the backlog of traffic.
Yeah, until
Now.
2 kilometers traffic because of this official died, the official of the government who died.
But you know what? I got the shot of the coffin in the back of that hearse. I didn't speed up to get past it.
Yeah. If you are rich, you can arrange for. If I die,
Gaisano Mall because it's crap. I don't like that Mall. I actually prefer the old one.
Yeah, we can go there.
Yeah, I'm going to go into the old one. It's got more style than the new one. We're going to Wilson's, are we?
Yep.
Is it Wilson's?
Wilson Depot.
Yeah, Wilson Depot.
The green building.
Despot.
No, this depot, I guess.
I know it's. You can't. I'm being
Depot.
sarcastic.
You pronounced it depot.
I know it's depot. I'm saying despot because I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, because
These
you are
Filipinos.
nasty.
They don't get our intuition.
Yeah.
They don't get our mentality.
You know, sometimes I just want to be perfect.
Do you know what a despot is?
Not really.
It's just like a slang word for someone who's desperate to do something.
Alright.
They're desperate to get some money. They're desperate to mop the floor. I don't know. It's called a desperado.
Yeah, that's also Bisaya, no?
Or it's someone of very low intelligence that are trying to do something.
In a rush.
Yeah. Right, anyway, I think Wilson's are just ahead. Ta-ra! This is the other big DIY place, Do It Wilcon. Mr. Wilson, I hope you have parking notice. Please do not leave your valuables. Well, what's that, your card? Please do not leave your car parked here in case it gets vandalised. Okay. Let's hope that Mr. Wilson has got what we want. Well, this is just like the last place we've been into, Ken. Lots and lots of flooring, tiles. Ooh, they even do bicycles. Well, we have found a tank and pump, which is pretty much the same one as what was in the City Hardware, and it says slightly cheaper here. The only other problem is I need to connect the wires up. There's a live and a neutral connector wiring that's got to go to this unit, and I wanted some heat shrink terminals. Do you think I can find them? Apparently in this shop they don't do any kind of wiring terminals whatsoever. Welcome to the Philippines. I've just had about 4 staff members trying to help me find some Lucar connectors and 0. So I think I'm just going to buy the pump and tank and everything like that, go somewhere else. I'll go to a proper electrical shop that only specialises in electrical components and see if I can find some heat shrink Lucars. That's what I'm going to do. Well, we're going for the Italian brand. The Mamma Mia, the Pizzarella. This is top of the line. Look at the paintwork. Ding!
This is what we have at home.
This is as close as we can get to like for like what's already fitted. And the reason why I want to get the bigger tank is because if we get the smaller tank, it's not going to be as good. This is going to give me more pressure and a nice big water pump to boot.
Because you're always in a hurry.
So, but I think it's false economy getting the smaller one. So yeah, that's the one we're going to go for. Eurostar. I would emphasise this again. I'm not a frigging plumber, but we will work it out. At least we can buy the whole unit complete. All we have to do is connect the water pipe to it and then figure out the wiring. I know how I'm going to do the wiring with heat shrink connectors, but I might have to travel 6,500 miles to get them connectors. Look at that for a cool sink. Wow. Groovy.
Just an example. This is the one they're selling.
Yeah. Nice.
The one you said is like that. That is the building.
This almost looks like industrial.
Yeah.
You know.
Like restaurant.
Yeah, restaurant kind of sinks that you would use.
And what we got is like
I like that tap.
this can be like
Oh yeah, you got. Oh yeah, you can pull the lead. Oh, flipping it. Yeah, stick it in your mouth. It's like a microphone, isn't it? Testing, testing.
Hello. Alan, are you there?
Anyway, our tank is on the
Sa
trolley.
YouTube, manggunis yan. Siya channel.
Ready to rock and roll.
Channel niya subscribe.
He asked what's your channel's name?
channel, sir?
Oh, the channel is Alan Howard.
Alan.
Alan Howard.
Yeah,
Howard.
but you'll
Okay, sir.
have,
I will subscribe.
you'll have to write it down or you'll forget it. It was once all about cars, but the cars I used to fix, they don't have over here. They're all Toyotas over here.
Sa UK. Pero, dali na siya ng bike eh.
Okay, but you have to subscribe.
Okay, sir.
And also, can we have a 5-finger discount for that tank?
No, he said no, he's not the owner.
I'll discount, sir.
No, I like this. It looks good. It looks like it's going to do the job. I should have fixed this 5 months ago, so we're doing it now. Hello,
Hi.
you're on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
You will be after you've taken my money. What's your name?
My name is Jane, sir.
Jane?
Yes.
Jane, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Alan. And thanks for charging me 22,000 pesos.
Your English is very fast. I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. I can't understand any Filipinos either, so
Oh.
we're getting on just...
Hi.
Anyway, thank you very much, Jane. So I've been reminded that the guards here do have shotguns, although I can't see his gun. He's got a concealed weapon on him. Over... Where is he?
Over there and over there.
Oh, he's over there. I can't see his
You
gun.
can escape in here.
But he's got a COVID mask.
We don't rely on CCTV, right? We rely on our guards. They are tougher.
There's the change.
22K is gone.
Do you know, I'm so light now, I could almost float out the door.
No more money? No more money? You have to go back to your country.
Guard here, sir, is ex-military.
Ex-military, you see?
Yeah, I know. I can see he's got his eye on us.
Yeah. Don't make any suspicious move. I'm gonna kill you. He said.
No quick movements, or he'll draw it out of his holster.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
He knows if you have suspicious move.
Yeah. Any sudden movements, he'll be like, bang, you're dead.
Don't blink.
But I bet he can put his gun quicker back into his holster than what that Secret Service
You
agent
know
could.
whom they are afraid
Like the
to.
one that was protecting Donald Trump.
You know whom they are afraid to.
Sorry?
Whom they are afraid to. Do you know?
I don't know even what you're talking about because I can't understand
They
you
don't
half the
scare
time.
anyone, but they are afraid. They're wise.
Yeah. They've already radioed ahead. They've got to check the receipt now.
You see? Shotgun.
I know. That's why I'm not running out of shots without paying.
Don't blink.
I don't think I'd make it very far. Oh, you've got to come out this way. Thank you, sir. The sale. We did ask for a 5-finger discount, but didn't get it. Thank you. What's your name? What's your name?
Thank you.
You'll be on YouTube. Thank you very much. Because I know you've got to set these up, the pressure and all that. So, but we'll work that out later on.
Thank you.
There we go. Right. Where do you fancy going for breakfast?
Chubby, as you said, Chubby. You like Chubby, right? The happy bee.
Jobby! The happy bee.
You like Robinson? Is it close here than over there?
Yeah, Robinson's a do. Jobby the happy bee. The chicken shop that half the time doesn't have any chicken in it. Well, I'm not a happy bee. Look at the queue in there. There's not even anywhere to sit. So, stuff it. The Chow King has won again. Ken? Xi Jinping.
Yeah?
Xi Jinping has won again. Chinese style.
Chinese conquer the world.
I'm going for an L3. Sweet and sour chicken. Hello, thank you. Right. No. If you want to stand in that queue, go knock yourself out. I'm eating in the Chowking. There you go, look at this truck here, beast mode. But guess what? It's got a frigging Union Jack on the side of it. We've got the man who knows how to do it. He's done it before, so it looks fairly straightforward, but there again, you never know, do you, something like this. God only knows what can go wrong, all that pipe work. Anything could snap, so we might have to be going down the shop and getting bits and pieces for this. I'm going to tackle this lovely wiring. So, you might find this hard to believe, but I have been in every shop downtown that I can think of, and not one of them sells Lucas or heat shrink tube connectors. So I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to order the parts, the connectors off Shopee, and a set of crimping pliers, which they don't seem to sell in the town either, and wait a week for them. But in the meantime, I think I'll just do what's done here, because I want to get this up and running, is just connect the wires up, twist them together and put some black tape around them, and put the proper connectors on them at a later date. Well, we've got one broken pipe, but I kind of knew that was going to happen anyway. I'm expecting a few more broken bits of plastic.
Oh! David, can't help it. Have to buy that one. Bye.
Balik gitu ya.
Bye bye, plastic pipe. Oh well, it's bye bye old tank. However, that water pump, that will get used for something else, I'm sure, like drawing water out of one of the deep wells. Top water outlet was actually loose here, so he's just had to disconnect it from down the bottom to tighten this up properly, because that was all wobbling around like that, and that coming straight out of the shop like that. Yeah, this here, it's either a shut-off tap or a one-way valve of some kind, but there's a handle on there that you turn and it snaps off.
Like this.
Yeah,
This is very old.
but it's seized up. So if we, the pipe's bust anyway at the other end, so if we replace this bit as well, then you get that bit out of the way and get that all new again, then it leaves less pipe work to sort out in the future. So we've just been down to the store, got a new valve. I've seen that glue used before, and that's like super sticky. Well, as soon as that pipe gets pushed onto that, it's stuck solid and sealed. Really, really good stuff. Bingo. That won't come off again. I've noticed that a lot of these screw-in unions, the pipe will be glued that goes into there, so they're never going to come undone again. Once you have to dismantle them again, you're going to have to snap them and just replace the pipe again, like you've just done so. Whereas, what's that? Is that a Xi Jinping pump over there? Mm-hmm. Right, so
Don't underestimate Chinese product. This is 8 years old. Why you love China so much? I love China. You see, without COVID, we don't meet each other.
Had it been made in Japan, I would have had a bit more confidence in it.
Yeah.
Considering it comes with a 10-year guarantee and it's less than 10 years and we're fixing it. All right, we're replacing it for an Italian one. However, I'm not that confident on Italians either after their last mishap fitting wet belts in Ford Mondeos.
Ah, I thought you don't trust Italian because you don't like pizza.
No, I do like pizza.
Italian.
I just don't like rubber belts that run in hot oil. Anyway, let's get away from the point. Let's hope that this Italian pump works a treat. But all the pipe work's nearly done. But this is just the beginning. There's a whole lot more needs to do to this pipe work. I think, to be honest with you, the whole lot needs to be scrapped and replaced. But that'll be for another day. The moment that comes into contact in that pipe, once it's pushed in, that's it. It's never coming apart again, unless you break it. Unbelievable stuff. That's sealed. That's sealed there. It won't leak.
Akong giplano ba?
You can get. Oh, I can smell it from here.
Anak daan. Unsaon pagtuyok ka diya?
Lagi.
Donk. So yeah, until I get the right terminals, which is probably going to be in a week's time, I've had to wrap the wires together and tape them up. So if any of you health and safety fanatics out there are having microaggressions over this, I suggest you go and take your medication and calm down. I guess it's time to flick the switch and see what happens. The pump's running. We've got to get the air out the pump. That pipe has got pressure gauge is 0. Do you know what? I've just found out why there's no water pressure. Because there's no flipping water in the bloody tank. It's flipping empty. I swear to God, you can't even make this shit up. We've just done all that and there's no flipping water in the tank. We need some rain.
1 week later.
Ken's sister, who lives next door, has a deep well in her garden. How convenient. This is the pump off the old tank that we've just removed. It's now been connected up to this deep well. So that pipe will run down there, and it's literally, as we speak, it's sucking the water out of the deep well and being filtered through that pipe there to fill it up. So we don't need rain now. We've used a stiff brush to clean the floor in here because it is all filthy and all the dirty water has been drained out through there. So I will wait until this tank has filled up a fair old bit, and then I will switch the power back on, get our new pump running, and hopefully we'll have a decent amount of water pressure in the house again. Plenty of water in there now. Nice and deep. Here goes, take 2. We've got water pressure. Double check the tap inside. La la la. Let's see, shall we? Ooh, loads of water pressure. Excellente. Saturday morning now, just got up. This is all working as it should be now. I was a little bit concerned yesterday when I switched it on because the pressure on the pressure gauge was 25 pounds per square inch and it wouldn't rise above that. And I thought, is there a water leak somewhere? Is something not right? I didn't know, but I've got it all worked out now and I should explain. But for all of you out there that know how this whole system works inside out and you want to write me a 3-page essay in the comments, go knock yourselves out. Although we've got a pump from a deep well which will pump water into this tank, we can also get water off the house guttering through that piping, which will drop onto this mesh and go through there into the tank as well. So we can capture water 2 different ways. But what I did not realise yesterday was that once this pump was up and running, it's going to pump water into the tank up the top, and it has to fill that tank up first of all until the shut-off valve closes it. Then the pressure will get built up in this tank below, which will in turn shut off the water supply when the gauge gets to, it should be around about 40 psi. It's a bit lower than that at the minute, but I'll show you that working and I'll show you it cutting in and cutting out. So now I've got it worked out. Now before this pump was replaced, the old pump was running constantly, and if you left it running constantly, it would overflow the tank up there and water would be pissing from the roof of that tank all down all over the place. but now it shuts off as it should do. So what I should do, the actual switch on the wall is on the on position, but as the pump's not running at the minute, I shall switch a tap on and get the water running to lower the pressure. I'll try and be quick here, but I'll put that on and run outside before the pump kicks in. Right, I shall watch this in real time and watch the water pressure go down. There we go. That's just cut in. The water at the tap is still running, so I don't actually know if it's going to actually shut off. It should shut off around about 40 psi, but we'll see. That's it, that's about 40, 38 to 40, and the tap is still running. So let me nip back. Just to show you what's behind that black cover, that little nut there is what you would adjust to set the water pressure. Now, typically speaking, on these particular tanks, from what I've read up, these sort of like work between 40 and 60 pounds per square inch. And generally speaking, if the pressure in this tank is set to 40 psi, your cut-in pressure would be £2 below that. So it'd cut in around about 38 pounds per square inch. And I kind of figured that straight out of the shop, these are preliminary set somewhere around about right, and that is correct because it is cutting in around about 38 psi, and the pressure is reading around about 40 when it's running. So that's not excessive pressure for this tank, and it's certainly not going to damage the actual bladder within that tank there anyway. So I'm quite happy with the way it all is as straight out of the shop. So I'm going to leave it well alone. I believe it's set around about as we need it, so I'll screw that back on and that will do. The last thing I will say on this, we got a tank there which is pretty similar size to the original one. You can buy tanks that are a lot smaller than that, but I kind of figured the bigger tank would be better. It's going to hold more pressure, and what that means is there will be more time in between the pump cutting in. So to put it basically, once you put the tap on in the kitchen and start using the water, it will be a longer length of time before the actual pump will cut in, and also it will be a shorter amount of time that the pump is actually running, which is a good thing, because the less time you've got the pump running, the better. So we're finished, all done. It's nice to actually have this working fully automatic, so I can just switch the tap on in the house and not have to worry. It just all works auto as it should be. Well, I'm going to go and have a shower, so I shall end the video here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one out there. See you next time. Adios.